was aches and pains, discomfort, wrists, shoulders, arms, knees, anything that hurt. We saw tremendous improvements if we applied the gel 3 times in 5 minutes. It's quite remarkable. And I would say we see about a 90% success rate in people going, wow, I just don't hurt as much. Okay, same gel that's helping Ray Doon with her wrinkles around her neck, that's helping a teenage kid with redness and irritation, that should be in every single first aid cabinet in every house across Australia. Okay, it's astonishing. Remember taking the hot plate, putting it in the shot glass of ASEA? Sure wish I had the gel. Okay, it would have been a lot less messy, wouldn't have been as fun for the kids, but still. Okay, every single home should have this gel. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to just take a break here for a second, and I just want to ask, is there anybody here that, especially a guest, I would prefer a guest that has never used or experienced our technology. Is there anybody here that is hurting in some way, like a sore wrist, a sore finger, a knee, a neck, a shoulder? Anybody? We've got a lady there in the green. Hey, do you want to come up here a second? Anybody else? Come on up.
Half a dozen.
Take a few more, Tanya. Come on up.
Something that's aching.
Go over to my boss there, Justin. And I got to tell you guys, I always feel a little bit like the snake oil salesman that just has just like ridden in from out of town, you know. But I can't deny how powerful this is to show you the effects of our product. Okay, I think that's probably enough. Your neck? Okay, cool. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to interview them super fast and see what's going on. Hey, what I'm going to ask you is just your name. If you can tell me which part of your body hurts, and if you can give it a number. So, 0 is it doesn't hurt at all. 1 is, it's there, but not a big deal. And then it goes up the charts until you're getting to, let's say, 7 and 8. Like, it's there all the time. You know it, it's there, it's annoying you. And then you get into the 9 and 10s where it's like, where are my painkillers? This is tough, okay? So think about, I need your name, what hurts, and give it a number. Super easy.
Tanya and my knee. I tore my cartilages. 5.
5? Okay.
Vicky, jaw, muscular problems here, around about a 6.
So you can feel it right now?
Yeah.
Para, my neck and shoulder, about 3.
About 3, so it's just a little bit of it's there, you can live with it, but it's there. Okay, so we had a knee on a 5, we had a jaw at a 6, we've got a shoulder at about a 3.
And my wrist and an 8.
So you can feel it, it's annoying you. Okay, cool.
Erwin, from my elbow right up to my shoulder. 8.
8, ladies, you might have a shirt coming off here today. An 8, so it's annoying you right now. It's throbbing. Okay.
Narelle and my whole arm, and about 5 at the moment.
Okay, cool.
Great. I've got sore feet, collapsed arches.
Okay.
About 6, 7.
So it's bothering you right now? Okay, cool. Are you helping or are you?
I'm Joyce, and I've got neck pain and every other pain, but my neck's is 7 right now.
Okay, Alan, you're just looking handsome there. Okay. Okay, did everybody remember? Do you have all the numbers? Can everybody remember their number? Okay, I didn't write them down, but I think we've got them all. Okay. So here's what, let me hand it over to Justin. And Justin, do you want to explain what you're going to do?
Today, I'm going to, I think that one works better. Thanks, mate. We're going to do the 3 in 5 process. So you find it's really effective to put this on 3 times in 5 minutes. And these are cool little sample tubes that you can get in some of the different packs that when you buy a product, or if you do a great job and share it with lots of people, you can get these as prizes. And they're super easy to use, everyone. So I'm going to demonstrate, and I'll get you to follow in time. So when you use the gel, you always need to give it just a little shake. That's enough. You don't have to shake for 30 seconds. Just a quick shake, that's enough. And then this has got a little silver cap on it for hygiene on the end of it. So you want to unscrew your lid, take your silver piece of alfoil off, and then recommend you use about a blueberry to a raspberry amount, and then enough they say to rub in, that it would take 30 to 60 seconds to rub in dry to the area. So if you're doing your whole arm, like the gentleman is with the 8 out of 10, you need to do a lot more. Just get to wherever you can reach, but also you might want to think about your neck and coming from the neck down towards the shoulder as well. Okay, so I'll do that. Okay, so about a raspberry amount, so it's a good dollop, right? It's not a serum, ladies. It's not like an expensive serum. You want volume, because the more cellular communication, the better. So most of us would use that twice a day just for maintenance. It's good to feel good. But you see there, I did underneath the jawline, which is all your lymphatic nodes as well, down your neck, so it gets in the carotid arteries, over the thyroid. I used to have a thyroid issue. It's totally gone these days. Down the back of the neck, the vertebral artery, and along the base of the skull as well, the occipital line. There's a whole bunch of acupuncture meridians that run through there, and also the central nervous system in your spine. So pop that on, everyone. So a good dollop, and wherever you've got pain, if you can reach it as best you can. And what we're going to do is we're going to wait just a little bit, like about a minute, and then we're going to put it on again. Then wait another minute, put it on again. So you don't need to wait till it's totally dry. It can be a little bit tacky, and you can put this on, preferably on clean, dry skin, but you don't need to. Even if you're filthy, you can actually put it on and use it to clean yourself up. In dire emergencies, those with kids, you might want to think about that. Okay, so you just do that, and we'll let Alan go on for just a little bit longer, and we'll come back to you if that's all right.
Cool. I think you got through that without any mic problems, didn't you? Yeah, I think our MC, Glenn Martin, actually reset a switch, so if it works, we'll all thank Glenn afterwards. We're not going to thank him yet, we're going to test it first. So another thing, so we're going to do the old discomfort relief there. Thank you, Justin, for giving great instructions. In the world, and one that I'm very, very proud to stand here and represent. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to hand the mic back to Justin, and we're going to get into our lives changed, okay? We got some people that want to share with you what this remarkable technology has done from them. It's taking all the theory that I'm talking about here and actually seeing how it works in people's lives. We're also going to go back to our 3 and 5s and see how they're getting on. So, Justin Phillips, thank you.
Thanks so much, Darlene. Give me a round of applause. He's doing a great job. Okay, so our participants that would like to give your story, would you like to come up the front with me? The 4 of you, be brave. Give them a round of applause. It's the first time I've shared their story in an audience like this before. And all of them, this is actually the first day I've ever met you all, right? I hadn't met you until today when we were setting up. And I just gave them a little bit of guidance as to how to tell their story in a compliant way. So we're just going to go one by one, and we'll get them to introduce themselves, and without mentioning any medical terms or disease names, just tell their stories, their name, introduce themselves, where they're from, and then what life was like before you were ever introduced to ASEA, and the sign, how that felt, what you used, and for how long, and then what changed, and then how that made you feel.
Can I hold it? Oh, okay. My name is Felicia McQueen. I'm a mother of 3 boys and a health practitioner from Toowoomba. A client first told me about ASEA, but I thought it was too good to be true. So when my son became unwell in June that year, it was not in our toolkit. We did not have it as something we could use. My son was almost 11 at the time, Joshua. He got very sick with just something that was going around, but didn't go back to school at all for the rest of that year. So he lost the ability to walk properly on his own. He spent a lot of time in bed. We had to help him to go to the toilet, and it progressed to him not knowing his name or how old he was or where he lived. He would describe appliances in the house as that thing that washes the dishes. So he didn't know the name of things anymore. He was an A student before that. He was doing very, very well at school. Very bright kid, and just lost everything. So we went and saw a lot of specialists and people, and had lots of tests done, including tests that looked at the brain and things like that, and would he be able to ever remember his name again? And then a miracle happened in November. I had a tube of that Renew 28 that I was using on my skin. I didn't think anything else worked, but I used it as that. This is November 2017, so it'd been going on for about 5 months. And a miracle happened because that little boy had not been able to eat many foods, certain food chemicals and additives in foods, and had to avoid them strictly, or he would come out on big welts all over his body since he was a baby. And accidentally, I think it's a miracle, my husband and him forgot that he couldn't eat red wine vinegar, and they dosed it all over his salad, and he ate it, and he came out in these massive welts, and he was already really unwell. So we couldn't give him special medicines because of like a reaction that he would have to the preservatives in those medicines. So we would just have to run an Epsom sulfate bath. And as I walked into the bathroom and walked past that Renew 28 tube, I thought, and I gave him that tube and I said, "Oh, just rub this on, it's supposed to help." And I was doing the bath for him. I didn't think it would do anything. I was distracting him because he otherwise just needs to be helped, like he was not well. Less than a minute later, I'm leaning over the bath, and less than a minute later, he says, "Oh, Mum, I don't need to have a bath anymore." And I said, "Yes, you do." And he said, "But Mum," and he's holding his arms out and his legs out, and everything was gone. Like these big welts that would take days to naturally go away had disappeared in less than a minute. So I was standing there in shock. I called my husband in. We're both standing there in shock going, "Oh my goodness, maybe they actually have what they say they have." And so to speed things forward, we ordered, because he was so unwell, we then ordered the ASEA water. We gave him that within 5 minutes. He had instant biofeedback. He came out and said, "Mum, what was that? When can I have some more? I have no pain in my mouth." I gave him a bottle. I gave him the little 60ml cup, and I said, "Look, have at least one in the morning and one at night, but listen to your body." He was hurting all over, couldn't sleep. He was in so much pain. Sorry. So I just said, "Just drink what you want. Listen to your body, drink what you want." So I gave that to him, and then a week later at the dinner table, he announced, "Oh, by the way, guys, I can eat all the vinegars now, and I can eat these things." We went, No, you can't. We used to run him up to the hospital whenever this happened. And he said, "Oh, no, I've been trying it all this week. I've had it 3 times. And I'm like, "What?" And he said, "Well, the gel took it away on the outside. I figured the drink would take it away on the inside." So 11-and-a-half-year-olds are pretty smart. He kept then drinking the product. A week later, all the pain in his joints and arms and body was gone. The specialists couldn't believe it. They were like, "Oh my gosh, just keep giving it to him." And another week later, he was able to start at school.
That's phenomenal. I hadn't even heard the story. Thank you so much for sharing. Just amazing. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us what life was like before, how much you used, and how long for, and what changed?
Absolutely. My name is Anne, and I'm actually down from Mackay. I started probably 3 years ago. From my neck to my tailbone, just went chronic. And basically, I sat in a chair in the lounge room and didn't move. The size of me. Basically, about 8 weeks ago, what Alan did, I put the prayer out there, and my great hairdresser, Janine, actually said to me, "I think I've got something that can help you." And within 3 weeks after my first order, I've lost 20 kilos. Apparently, I had a lot of water in me that wasn't supposed to be there. And basically since then, I've also had a patch on me, which was a 10mg patch, which if anybody knows, that's probably the highest any doctor will give you for pain, for that rotten word that I don't use. And I took that off a week ago. I haven't had it. I've had tablets. I was diagnosed about 8 weeks ago with another chronic problem. It was a laziness situation that my body just wanted to sleep. And I was put on tablets. My tablets were supposed to be increasing as it got worse.
get my body used to it. As of today, I'm walking.
I just want to thank the CEO for giving me back my life.
My name's Alan McClymont. I'm from Toowoomba. I got introduced to ASEA about 6 months ago, and I went through a lot of sugar challenges, and they were pretty big ones. I had problems with my toes. I was advised that I was going to lose my toes. There was 4 of them, and I've been using the Renew gel, plus I've been having the ASEA drink, and I've got about 90% feeling back in my toes. Wow. I had a massive challenge not so long ago. I had my body detoxed, and I had a massive growth come up overnight on my shoulder. I did supply some photos. I don't know if they can be put up on the screen or not, but yes, the hole that it left in my back, you could put your finger in my back to the second knuckle, and the surgeons and everything said that it would take at least 6 months for it to heal, and it healed in 10 weeks. And all the meds that I've been taking, I've probably halved them since I've been on this Redox. And the ASEA family has been absolutely wonderful. I've joined with them, and also the greatest thing about ASEA is that a lot of the team leaders and everything have said about audibles and different things like that, and I have gone through a lot of audibles, and my mindset on my journey is really fulfilled.
So you're talking about audible books, and learning and listening and growing, and so the personal fulfillment of who you're becoming is one of your favourite parts about ASEA too, yeah?
That is correct, because I did think some silly things beforehand, but now I'm on the right path.
Yeah. That's phenomenal, mate. Can I ask, how long were you on the meds for? And have you'll probably track your sugars, I'm guessing. What have you noticed with that pattern?
Well, I was diagnosed in 1995, and at the moment I have dropped completely. It's just phenomenal how much of the meds I've dropped, and my sugars are back to normal.
Give me a round of applause. Thank you, mate. Thank you so much for coming from the water. Kylie.
How are you? I'm Kylie from the Sunshine Coast. I have a central nervous system challenge, and I wouldn't have been walking out here a year ago, not very well. I might have needed some help. I first started with the gel because I had a burn.
Sorry, so just to expand on the central nervous system challenge, meaning that your nerves weren't working properly, and that was going to cause mobility issues, and you may have ended up in a wheelchair?
Yeah, I was looking really closely at that. I was definitely checking out mobility scooters, for sure, because that's independent. But anyway, I started with the gel on a burn on my foot because I couldn't feel my foot, and it burnt overnight on a hot water bottle. So I had a 3 centimetre burn, about 2.5 wide, 2.5 high. So as with icebergs, as we are high, we are way lower. It took me about 6 months to heal that, and you wouldn't even know that it's there now. And that was just gel. Then I moved on to the liquid, and I bought that. I got my first order on the 21st of December last year, and within 3 days, that was Christmas Eve, I was vacuuming the whole house, mopping the floor, cleaned everything, cleaned my kitchen, did my shopping, prepared for Christmas. My son used to come shopping with me, and I would use the trolley as a walker, and he'd run around and grab everything and dump it in the trolley. So, and now I go shopping all by myself, and I can drive, wherever I need to locally. I still won't drive long distance because it's my right side, and it's finite. So I've got my bottle here just to get me through the day. Yeah.
How do you feel about the future?
Amazed. You can't help stupid, but you can help yourself.
Thank you, Kylie. What a story. Thank you so much. And that, lady is a great demonstration of lives changed. I hadn't heard any of those 4 stories until just now. And it's my favourite part of the day of hearing from people. So thank you very much for everyone that shared their stories. It's just phenomenal. So, remember your numbers. Thank you very much for standing so long at the front. We'll take a little while to come back to you. Would you like to tell us if your numbers change or what's happened for you?
It's probably halved, 2.5.
Any other change in sensation for you?
Feels smoother.
Yeah. And what did you notice also about the texture of the gel? Like any perfume or anything? Do you feel like there's any after residue?
It's not sticky, and it just it goes on easy.
Yeah, amazing. Give it a round of applause. Thank you very much. What was your first number, and what number would you give it now?
I start off with a 6, and I'm down to potentially a 1, maybe a 0. Depends, because it's ever so faint, and it comes not very often. So, yeah. And it's very refreshing. It's very light. It's not sticky, and it just, I don't know, it sinks into the skin. It's like it's not even there.
Yeah.
It's great.
I say that the skin drinks it up. Yeah. Give it a round of applause. Fantastic. Thank you. Hugo, how'd your number change?
I started off with a 3, and it would, whenever I would move my shoulder, it would hurt. Now I'm down to a 0. I don't feel any kind of pain at all.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. It's amazing. It's great. I'm glad we're going in the right direction here, because you never know what's going to happen, right?
I was an 8, and I'm a bit of a skeptic, so I'm not going to give you a 0. I couldn't open my bottle with my left hand, but now I can.
So increased strength, coordination.
But I don't know how long it's going to last for.
Yeah, sure. Often people have found that something would change for the better, and that might only last a short amount of time. But the more they keep using it, the more regular they are, the longer they're on it, both external and internal, we find that period usually gets longer and longer and longer. So congratulations, make sure you keep using it. Yeah. What was your number? You're an 8.
Yeah. Where I put it on, that pain was good now, you see, so that's a 5, and where I couldn't get to, that's still an 8, and that's right next to it. So there it's still the same, but where I put it on, that's good, so it does work.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks for sharing that. Good man. I often forget a lot of the tips that I give until people give me little cues like that. I always recommend you try and get the molecules as close to the problem as you can, because that's what happens. Yeah, the closer you can get to the problem, the better. Great work. And the gel can go anywhere you can reach. All right, good man.
I would say 5, and now I'd say about 2.
5 to 2?
Great. 2, yeah. So the movement is not as tight, and it's feeling a lot more easier to wriggle my fingers.
Yeah, so like your hands just relaxed?
Yeah, very relaxed. Yeah, very relaxed.
Give her a round of applause. Thank you so much. How'd you go? What was your number originally?
7. I don't know. I've had pain for so long that I can't give a number now. Something's changed, and where I put it has changed, but the pain's further up. Like, I do want to put cream, like the gel in my hair, up there, but it didn't totally take the pain away, but it has lessened somewhat.
Is this a very chronic issue?
Yeah, I've had it for a long time, so...
I had a lot of pain for about 20 years with a very chronic issue, and when you have chronic pain, your body actually starts to adapt and interpret the pain as a different signal, and so you may find that. And yeah, I really encourage you to keep using it, and maybe when you're not out in public, put it in your hair, put it as close to you can, and just be consistent. And where you think the source of the challenge is, focus on there.
What's changed is the pain's lessened a little bit, and it's replaced by tightness. So it's amazing. There's some shift. Yeah.
And shift is good. If you've got a long-term issue, any kind of a change is usually a sign the body's dealing with it differently and approach it from different angles, so internally and externally as well. Give her a round of applause. Thank you so much. And last one, what was your original number, sir?
6 and 7. The left foot still quite sore, and the right seems to have eased up a bit.
So it was both feet were sore around a 6 and the right's gone to a 4?
Yeah. Well, it's a bit more comfortable on the right foot, not so much on the left.
Sure. Is it coming from your back, or do you know where it's coming from?
It's collapsed arches and sciatica as well.
Okay, great. So you maybe need to focus more on the left, but that's great. You've seen some sort of change. That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much to our volunteers and our guests, and you're all guests today. So super grateful for them. Give them a big round of applause. And this is your first experience sharing your story and using the products, yeah? Yeah? Have a great start. Give them a round of applause. Amazing. So, take a seat. And shall I hand back to the big gal on Noble? Dun, 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 dun. Isn't he doing a great job? And I think the mic is a little bit better. Give him a round of applause.
Cool. Hey, big round of applause for Justin, our Renew 28, our testimonials. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love hearing the story of lives changed. Was it Kylie? Kylie? What do you say? You can't help stupid, but you can't help yourself? Oh, that's going on my presentations. I love that. I love that. I'll give you credit twice and then it's fine. Okay. You know, it's funny. We have done this, this Renew 28. I mean, I joke about kind of feeling like the snake oil salesman riding into town. I mean, it kind of maybe looks a little stupid, guys, but it shows the incredible power of these molecules in a relatively short period of time. And just in the last 10 days or so, I've seen, you know, hordes of people in Singapore come up to the front and 100% success rate. I saw it in Perth, I saw it in Adelaide, I saw it in everywhere I've been, we've seen it. I freaked out once in Sydney just yesterday because there was a lady sitting there. She goes, I thought she said it's worse. And I never heard that before. It's worse. Well, what she said is it worked. There was zero discomfort, you know? So it really is amazing to see the power of this and how this technology starts to transform lives. And that's a really good place to start with what we want to talk about. Oh, sorry, here we go. That's a really good place to start with what we want to talk about next.